Hi, everyone. Super pumped about today. I hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday. Okay, cool. For those of you who are new, really quick, Boss Up is a day for me to basically tell people how to do stuff. But it's, hi, Misty! But this one's a little bit different. So I say that every week. I swear I say that every week. That was loud. Hi, Gail. So this week has been an interesting week in general. I feel like I constantly say that, but it's so nice, you guys, to work for myself and make it just exciting for me, I guess, every day. It's literally never the same, and I love it so much. But I recommended a book yesterday called How to Get Shit Done, and I was really, really, really excited about it. And then, sorry, my computer's doing something weird. I was really excited about it, and I was reading it, and I was on Audible because I can't really get anything else done besides that, reading on Audible. And then I got to like the middle of the book, and this is where the Boss Up sparked me, is because it's something that's been constantly driving me crazy. And hi, Blake. Hi, Ashley. But it really drives me crazy. So the middle of the book starts talking about the patriarchy and how women have been bogged down for too long, and we're still being bogged down, and all this crappy things. And so if you got the book, it's still good. I got some really good nuggets from it. It's awesome, but to be honest, I don't like the middle of the book that I'm at. Words that were used. Hi, Dina. Was women have to do unpaid domestic work. And I'm going to get into all of these. They talked about the wage gap. And hi, Jillian! Oh my gosh, all my favorite people are here. She talked about how the patriarchy is sneaky. And it was just too much. It was too much for me to ignore because I literally put it out there. I got this book. I liked it. And I do like it. But there are things about it that I'm not loving. Hi, Megan. Oh my gosh, everyone's here. I'm so pumped. So many awesome people. So, what I want to talk about is how frustrating it is that people make excuses. I could say for sure that every job that I've been at, if I've had a male boss, they see me differently, right? Hi. Oh my gosh, so many awesome people. This could happen. I could say when I worked at the bank, I had a guy that I worked for, and he hated women, and that's why I didn't get the promotion I wanted. That's not true, but I could say that. I could see how that could happen. You guys, there are incredible women of history. I mean, I literally just Googled women of history, and it brought up Helen Keller, and there was a lot of other people. But anyway, those women didn't give a crap. It was so hard for them in the early 1900s, earlier than that, up until the 50s. It was hard for women to do anything, right? But they didn't care. They didn't use that as an excuse. They still did incredible things, even though everything about their life told them not to do it, right? Literally everything at that point in life was pulling against them. But the same people, the types of people, were complaining about this then, and now they're complaining about it now. It is easier for us, I don't care who you are, man, woman, to make money now and be successful and do something great with our lives than it ever has been in history. So for every type of media that I've seen lately, to be very honest, and this is why I came and started talking about this, it's everywhere. Everyone talks about this, and it's bull. Nothing's holding you back. You are holding you back. If I want to go make $1 million, if I want a promotion, the only thing stopping me is me. And if I'm truly in a company where the patriarchy is putting me down, why am I there? It doesn't make any sense. If you are Gail, I love that. So she said, I didn't give a crap either in the 70s, 80s when I broke into fields that were supposed to be for men. It was really hard too. I can't even imagine. That for sure would be hard. See, it's people like Gail that don't let anything stop them. If they want something to happen, they're not going to complain about it until somebody tries to change it for them. They go change it for themselves. They go do something about it. So if you want to be the person on the corner that's holding the sign that everyone's treating them unfairly and life sucks and blah, 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 fine, go ahead. But don't tell me that someone's keeping you down. You guys, there's no point. If you want things to be better, the only thing that's going to happen is you have to change what you're doing. Only thing. If I want to start making clothing, I have to learn how to start sewing. It's not that somebody that's already making clothing is making me not do clothing because they already did it and they're keeping me down and they're so much better at it than I am. Not a thing. Not a thing. If I want to go make clothing, I have to go learn. I have to go hustle. I have to go intern somewhere that's awesome. Literally, it is the dumbest thing in the world. When you want something, you go get it. You don't complain that someone's taking it from you or has done it before or has had some sort of hold on you. It's not a thing, so don't pretend it is anymore. And I'm so tired. No, that's not the word. I'm like sweating because I'm so annoyed right now. Guys, I was listening to this book and I had to like stop myself every like 15 minutes because I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't like this. Like the book has great tips, and I've actually learned a lot of stuff about how to get stuff done faster and how to get your mindset better. And she talked about mindfulness instead of doing it with meditation, which I didn't know there was a difference, so I liked. But the whole subliminal message on the bottom that men hate women and they're trying to push us down is crap. And I understand that there are women in this world that have had that happen. I understand that there are guys that are still doing that. I understand that this is still a thing, right? Get out of that situation and don't let that stop you. Misty said, stop talking about why you can't do it and just freaking do it. Absolutely. So let me brag about Misty for a second. She is one of my new best friends. It literally says that on my phone. She has inspired, you guys, 100 people in like 48 hours to change the way they think about themselves, the way they think about business, the way they're doing life in general. Let's be real. 100 people. It took her 48 hours to inspire 100 people, and she capped it because there was going to be so much more. Because she's one of those people who wants to do something and goes and does it. She doesn't stop and wait and get permission. She just does. And she does it with amazing flair and excitement and true love for people. And people can see that. And that's why she's successful. There's nothing about Misty that says like, oh, I can't today. I'm sore, or my kids, or my whatever. If it's going to happen, she's going to do it. And there's nothing stopping you but you. Absolutely. So because of this new epiphany, I have created an entire chunk of Boss Up about how to actually get through those problems. If you are somebody that says, well, I can't, I should, all those stupid words, that is not going to be a thing anymore. So because of this obnoxious part of this book, I've actually created part of my program differently because you guys, you can't boss up. You can't change anything. You can't go far in life at all if that is your mindset. No one will ever follow you. No, you won't follow you. Who wants to be around someone that always is pointing the finger? If you don't know how to soak it in and understand, well, that sucked. Let's change. Let's do something different. That didn't work. All right. If you don't know how to do that, it's never going to change for you. You are going to be right here all the time forever. And if you want that, all right, cool. Do it. Stay there. That's totally fine. But the thing that gets me is when people complain about it. My life is terrible. I don't have enough money. My husband sucks. My girlfriend sucks. My kids aren't behaving. Blah, 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 blah. All those things are terrible. Yes. But you can fix it. You can change it. You can do something. Complaining about it is going to do nothing. There are incredible people in history that have had the worst lives and have done insane things with their lives. Insane things. How many people do you know that did really cool things, that did exactly what you're supposed to do? It's crazy how the world works, right? I had a client today that was talking about how someone in her family chose not to have a kid, right? She decided kids aren't for me. And her mother, her grandmother, her aunt, everyone and their dog is like, I can't believe you're doing this to me. I can't believe you would choose to be so selfish and like all of this stuff. Like, it was like a burden on them. And the thing that they're missing is she's chosen life to be the way that she wants it to be. And she's so happy. She's so happy. My client was saying like she's the most like energetic, full of life, wonderful creature. And her parents are missing it. Her aunt, her uncle, her grandma, they're all missing it because they all have this excuse that life will get better when somebody else makes it better for them. Because their lives are all miserable, right? They can't handle life, so their daughter, their niece, their whatever, has to have a baby in order for them to be happy. How crazy. When I say it like that, that sounds ridiculous. But how many of you have had conversations like that with people you love? They want you to do something because it helps them. It's something on them. And it doesn't actually benefit you, right? We need to stop making those an actual reason we make dumb decisions. Make life treasured and happy and wonderful and love the crap out of people around you. But don't make excuses for the decisions that you make. Because if you are doing them, you are making them. And not doing anything is a choice. If you stay in a bad relationship, if you stay in a bad mindset with yourself, if you're not in a financial situation you want to be in, it's a choice to not do anything. And I think people think it's not because something has happened to them. They weren't dealt good cards. They didn't have family that supported them. They didn't have a spouse that understands their vision. They didn't grow up and have a great education. You guys, I dropped out of college because I sucked at it. Okay, wait, first off, I failed 2 classes and then I dropped out of college. Went to hair school, decided that wasn't a thing. It doesn't matter about your education. You can be successful no matter what. It doesn't, because you have a degree, doesn't make you successful. I know plenty of doctors that spent all that time and energy and money and have no money. Because their life is one big excuse after another. Their rent is too high. Patients don't pay. People don't understand what they're doing. Whatever it may be. There is always an excuse tied to the reason they're not being successful. And I'm done. So if you are also done, change the way that you think about life. When you think, I can't believe that person did whatever. That person didn't do anything. You reacted to something that you can't control, and now it's consuming you. Do you ever drive down the road and someone cuts you off and you get really mad? I mean, I'm one of those people that screams at the person in front of them, even though they can't hear you. Do you understand that that's a reaction to something that you can't control? And now you're letting someone else control literally the safety you're putting yourself in because you're driving like a maniac trying to catch up to them and what? Flip them off? That doesn't make any sense. You choose to make excuses on your behavior because it's easy, it's comfortable, it's something you've always done. Making strides to better your life is hard. It's not fun. And you fail so many times. You guys, I failed like 35 times today. So what? I get to live the way that I want to. I get to be who I want to be because I chose that. I could still be in a job. I could get my master's. I could go into a box that someone put me in and make excuses the rest of my life that I'm not where I'm at because someone else told me. Or I could choose the life that I want. And I could do what I want when I want and create a magical, wonderful life that I get to give as much as I can because I can. Let me get to the comments. Sorry. Amanda, I love you. You are wonderful. And just the fact that you know you're struggling, you know that you're going to be so much better. Just the fact that you know that is paramount. Most people don't know that. So know that because you know that, you're going to be okay. Hi, Adam. Misty, I love you. I think you spurred this whole thing in me. I told my son with a degree not to be an educated fool. I have no degree. Man, Gail, I knew I liked you. I knew I really liked you. An educated fool, I really, really like that. Because that's true. I posted something today because I feel like it's true. It was in a group. I didn't post it. I lied. I was talking about it to somebody. I have decided that I'm really good at being the expert in the room. Hi, Nanette! And I'm not great at listening to other people. So, I become the educated fool. I feel like I know everything about personal development. I know everything, whatever. I don't, but I pretend I do all the time. And so it's hard for me to hear somebody else that's really, really good at it because I have to swallow my pride and listen, right? I'm the educated fool. But then that stops me from actually succeeding because I'm not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not childlike, but you learn like a child. Anyway, I'm not in that place where I can actually soak up greatness. I'll hear it from another expert, but I'm bad at that. So that is phenomenal. The educated fool. I like that. I'm going to use that again. Oh my gosh, Gail, you are going to do so well because I feel like you are so really good at self-reflecting. So good. You guys, we need to stop defining our journey as a struggle. I said this to Nick when we got married or whenever, some conversation when we were first married, that I don't want to get to the end of our lives and think whew, we did it. All right, we're done. No. Every day, I want to be excited. I want to be ready. Now, I get it's not every day. It's not a all or nothing. But I don't want to get to my end of my life and think I didn't get where I wanted to go because someone else didn't let me. I want to get where I want to go because I want to drive it. At the end of my life, I would have been like, yeah, I did that. You're right. You told me I couldn't. It's happening. Or that wasn't supposed to happen. Sweet. I'm doing it anyway. At the end of my life, I want to get to a point where I'm like, yeah, that was a sweet journey. I did a lot. And it doesn't have to necessarily mean I traveled or did something crazy. But I just did a lot. I was okay with everything that happened because I didn't make an excuse because someone else stopped me from doing it. One more story, and then I'm going to be done. So I have a new car that I want. It's the Range Rover Velar. It's new this year, super pumped. And for the last 6 months, I'm like, I'm getting a new car. I drive this really crappy, tiny little Civic that we've had since 2010. Anyway, it's had 200,000 miles. It's crap, right? But it's paid off, and it's cheap, and it's awesome, and it's great. And the more I talk about it with people, they're like, oh, well, you should buy this car, and you should buy this car, a cheaper car. Why are you buying such an expensive car? And everyone's talking me out of all this stuff, right? And so I'm like, oh, you're right, I should buy. It's cheaper to fix this car. You're right, the payments would be better on that. Okay, sure, I'll get that. Right? The whole time, that's what people are saying, and I'm listening. I don't know why, but I'm listening. And the other day we drove by the dealership. And I made Nick get out because I wanted to actually sit in one. And funny enough, the dealership was open. So I got in. And I sat there and I thought, man, I let people talk me out of my dream. of my car. A car. So then, because I like lists and numbers and everything, I went back and I looked at everything that the car that I wanted has. Everything that is included in the base model. And then I looked at the other cars that people were telling me that were more practical and more awesome for me to drive. And for those practical, awesome cars, I had to upgrade like $20,000 to get what my car has to make it equal, right? But then I sat there and thought, why am I making an excuse for something that I want? If I want it and I'm going to work my brains out to get it, why am I letting people talk me out of my dream? And I know it's a car, you could drive around, whatever. But it's so symbolic to the way that I do a lot of things. I love making other people happy. So I will buy a car that someone else wants me to buy because I want them to be happy. That makes no sense. I'm making my own excuses to not do what I want because it's easy. I get to make someone else happy. That's not going to do anything for me. So I sat there and I thought, no, I want this car. I'm going to work my butt off and this will be my awesomeness, right? It'll be what I want. It'll be great. And even if I don't end up getting that exact car, if I get something else that I want and I change my mind in 6 months because I have a squirrel brain, I learned something that day, that I'm taking my dream and I'm making it smaller because other people don't understand it. And instead of making just being strong about it and saying, no, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do, I made myself smaller so that other people were more comfortable. I made me less shiny. Yeah, I'll get the other car. It's okay. I'll do this. How many times a day do we do that? And then at the end of the day, we blame someone else for our happiness because we let them control the way we think. You guys, can I, best Boss Up Tuesday ever. You're so cute. Do not let yourself ever make excuses for the way that you want to live and the way you want to be. No one is stopping you. And if there's someone in your life that is, love them fiercely from very far away. They're not worth it. I don't care who they are. Don't care. But do not make yourself smaller so that other people are happy with your mediocre life. It's not fun, and you're not going to love it. So on this very awesome Tuesday, I am literally so red and splotchy because I'm super annoyed / very passionate about this. And I love you all to pieces, and I never want this to be a thing for you. So if you're struggling with this, comment, message, whatever, find someone that can help you because your life means a lot more than you're giving it credit to. And it for sure should be more magical, mystical, phenomenal than you ever dreamed of. So don't let it stop you. If you want that Range Rover, you go get that Range Rover. Don't let anybody else pull you out of your dream. And don't you dare make an excuse for the way that you want to live. Ever. I love you all. Thank you so much for listening to me Babylon. And I hope you have a wonderful Boss Up Tuesday. Go do something crazy. Mwah.